Hey friends, welcome to the Avalanché show. Beautiful sky, beautiful day. 290. Transformation is the intention. I got the baseball duck out again. Phillies all month. All fall, really. At least the beginning, October and November. All right. Transformation is the intention. Let's see what the poem says. Try to keep the beautiful sky and our baseball duck in view. You hurt me years ago. My wounds bled for years. Now you are back, but I am not the same. And I wrote break bad cycles at the top. I don't know when I wrote that. I try to write the year when I write things, but ookie. Transformation. Share your thoughts and see what you take from it. In the past, warriors fought by striking the same points that acupuncturists use. One famous swordsman nearly died in a duel in which his opponent attacked him in such a way. After that, the swordsman became a wanderer and tried to renounce the martial life. Years later, his enemy found him and challenged him to a duel again. They fought. In the first fury blows, the aggressor stepped back in surprise. The swordsman smiled and said, I trained for 20 years to move my vulnerable spots. With that, he was finally able to triumph. So your transformation, if some things used to bother you, you can transform so that those spots, those things. Oh, this is really good. I like that analogy. If you struggle from PTSD and a person, place, or thing kind of triggers you in some way, you can use this as well, maybe it triggers me a lot now, but over the transformation of my, whatever you want to call it, as you progress and feel better, do better daily, then those certain things don't bother you as much. So it's as if those points don't hurt you as much. I love it. All right. Spirituality is a process of inner healing. The wounds of the past can be the greatest obstacles for self-cultivation unless we find them all and heal them all. All right. So if they do keep that certain point, that certain thing, place, whatever it may be, keeps challenging you, that's going to keep being an obstacle. So if you're the water flowing and the obstacle is there, all you want to do is flow around it. You don't want to get stuck. We're doing so good with the clouds. All right. The task can take years, but we must accomplish it. So even if you're starting off at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old, might as well start now, because in 1, 3, 5, 10 years from now, you'll be that much more transformed and those points won't hurt you. You'll be more in tune with yourself. In many cases, our wounds were inflicted by other people, enemies. This is subtle. Our enemies can be others on the street or people much more intimate with us. Parents, teachers, siblings, lovers, friends. So like I said, it can be anything that brings up emotion or causes you to come out of the present and you're dwelling in the past, or maybe it triggers a thought and makes you worry about the future. And you can use this transformation word to remind you that maybe it causes this big emotion right now and it takes you up to a 10. But as the years go on, it won't bother you as much, and then you'll have them appropriate response of a 2 or 3 if it bothers you a little bit. It doesn't totally derail your day. You just have that little hiccup and you keep going. Just like that rock, like I said, if you're let's see, if you're the water coming, you don't want to get dammed up behind the rock. You want to keep going along. That looked cool, I thought. All right, lastly, if we move away from such people and succeed in our practice, they will have no chance to come back in our lives. How can they? We will change whatever made us vulnerable in the first place. So obviously, if something like causes you those big emotions, you don't gravitate towards them, and the more and more the years go on, the more and more you work on yourself, you wouldn't even be around those people, places, and things anymore. So it, like, naturally will be easier for you. And if you're somebody who has to, like, be faced with something that causes you stress daily, just know that it'll be less and less stressful every day. Break bad cycles. Coolio. Enjoy the day. It's not too bad. 60 degrees. Act like it's spring. Peace and love. Go Phillies!